Thank you. Madam President-elect مريم Rajvi, dear friends in Ashraf 3 and all honourable members of Iran's prominent opposition group, the PMOI. It's a great pleasure and privilege for me to be here and to follow my good friend David Jones in saying thank you for what you do. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honour to be with you. And we are all united in the cause of a free, democratic and non-nuclear republic in Iran. Brave people in Iran who day by day put their lives on the line by standing up against the regime deserve our support, they deserve to be highlighted, and the message that they are imparting needs to be spread across the world. The fact is that the brutal regime that exists in Tehran has not only spread terror amongst the people of Iran, but it does so across the region in the Middle East and beyond. It is a direct threat to the United Kingdom and everything we hold dear, and is why members of Parliament in both houses, the Lords and Commons, and across all the political parties, endorse the view that this regime must be changed for the benefit of the entire free world. Now we've seen in the museum and beyond that the people of Iran have been struggling for freedom for more than 100 years. This is nothing new. And of course we talk about the last 44 years, but actually it's been going on for a very much longer than that. There's been some success, but are then betrayed by dictators who took over after each success. One example is, of course, the democratic revolution against the Shah's dictatorship in 1979, which was a popular movement by the Iranian people for freedom. I remember it well. I'm hoping that actually this was going to be to the benefit of the people of Iran. How wrong I was. Because the founder of the religious tyranny, Khomeini, betrayed his people. He hijacked the leadership of the revolution because all other democratic forces and opposition organisations, including the leaders of the PMI, were executed or imprisoned by the Shah. However, the PMI has emphasised from the outset that the true intention of the Iranian people is making a revolution in the name of democracy by refusing to support the constitution which gave unchecked and unlimited power to the supreme leader, thus beginning the freedom movement against the clerical regime many, many years ago. Today, no one can or should ignore the role of the PMI in any development in Iran. So which is, I think, the key of this current uprising, which I hope is going to lead to success. We have to remember, it is led by brave Iranian women. Women who put their lives on the line every single day. Women who've been suppressed deliberately by this brutal regime. So that force for change has been going on for many years, but now is focused on the fact that it is women and young women that are leading the uprising. So the demands since the uprising started last September have been loudly rejected by both the Shah's one-party dictatorship and the current religious tyranny. One of the main slogans chanted all over Iran during the ongoing uprising has been, "Down with the oppressor, be it the Shah or the supreme leader." This is the demand that the world must support, should support, and shows Iran is in the midst of another revolution. Now, there are some people across the world, including in the UK, I have to say, who seek to undermine the NCRI's valuable work, which is therefore to inform parliamentarians and other Democrats across the world about the true nature of the clerical regime and how to defeat it by supporting the Iranian people. These people are mostly those who've maintained links to the clerical regime or benefit from it, or remnants of the previous dictatorship, or who have personal or career interests in the clerical regime's survival. We have to call those people out. We have to highlight what their links are and why they are still supporting this brutal regime. Their efforts reveal their true objective is not to help the people of Iran to succeed, but to take advantage of a revolution for their own interests. The efforts are deceptive and despicable and only serve Tehran's agenda by allowing the authorities in Tehran to intensify the violent repression and the deadly crackdown on the uprising. Moreover, their disinformation campaign against the NCRI and PMOI will only encourage us to increase our support for the NCRI, the PMOI, and in particular, Madam Rajavi and her 10-point plan. Now, Iran is in a unique position. We know that there exists a democratic alternative to the clerical regime, namely the NCRI, with a credible transition plan and also a modern democratic platform in Madam Rajavi's 10-point plan. So the NCRI has everything at its disposal to actually transform Iran in a beneficial way, not just for the people of Iran, but the entirety of the region and the free world. The most important thing, obviously, is the leadership of Madam Rajavi to take over and enhance a smooth transition of power to the people of Iran. But that's not just the only thing. It's important that we look at the 10-point plan in detail. I won't go through it, you all know it. But that gives a very clear picture of where the NCRI wishes to take Iran. And that is something that the entire world should endorse. So it's time for the world to recognise that change in Iran is inevitable and within reach, and thus support the NCRI under the leadership of Madam Rajavi to establish a secular and democratic republic in Iran. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the resistance is clear, and what we look forward to is a free and democratic Iran. And let's just say, I look forward to next year having this conference, this meeting in a free and democratic Tehran in Iran.